topic. I kept playing with it, thinking about it. Is it what I want to talk about? Is it really, I had to call the chair, what do you really have in mind? Because these days, I think of disrupting things. I don't like status quo. I like change. You know what I mean? Change should be constant. I like things to move in different directions while achieving greater results. You understand? I like giving opportunities to people to explore. How can this thing be done differently and better and more effectively? The impact, how can we do it? So, when we look at our education, I do know and I do promote it. Our profession is product-based and patient-based. It's also a science and a profession. It's also a skill and all that. I got a request from the bursar yesterday. He didn't just say it verbally, he just, even with a document, with justification. 2 people that served as NYSC members in the bursary. He said they are very good. We had so many coppers served there. We use coppers a lot. We can't afford. Professor Aaron, my thumbs up. Please, sorry. You are recognized. So, he said we should retain it. This is a bursar. It's so hard. His second name is being hard. He will tell you I can do everything, I don't need any staff. You know what I mean? He wants to, I don't need any help, I can go on. So when you say you don't want to employ staff there so that the work will be easier, we say no. And then he's coming to say, these 2 people, they did their youth corps, and they did exceptionally well. I want us to retain them. I was surprised. It's the first time. And I was surprised. They said they did well, they can use Sage, they can use this document, they can use this. They even know how to use the software better than those with iPad and all that. So we talked, and I said, 2? Okay, give me the papers. I looked at them. The first one read English, and the second one read food science. So in a few months, they've acquired knowledge of what is going on, the accounting skills, they can use the software. I had an acting bursar who couldn't, we spent money on it, but I didn't see any difference. And these young ones have already learned it, and they're doing it better. What does that tell us? Education this normal education may go extinct. So there's paradigm shift. We should shift from publish or perish to publish to what? Societal impact. Very important. There must be an impact. So we got together during COVID. I said, we need to do something about COVID. Everybody's talking about what to use to treat COVID and so on. I just called a group together, a multidisciplinary group. We used to meet in our church basement, and we began to brainstorm. We had 3 different areas, but 2 major areas. I also belong to a lot of other groups. And then we began to review. I'm not a pharmacologist, but I brought people in that area together because this was I was trying to sell that idea, and we began to search antiviral plants in Africa with anti-COVID properties. We used a lot of computer-aided design tools. Professor Lupi was part of this, even though he wasn't in the country at that time, and we were able to look at our various African plants, and it was amazing, the results we got. And using that, the target enzyme, we were able to highlight different medicinal plants that can treat COVID.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you, particularly with our Baba coming along with you. This is a great homecoming. Baba, thank you for what you have done. Thank you for what you are still doing. You really look good. I'm really feeling happy. You will live long, Baba.
Amen.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for being there for us at all times. Because at this age, you begin to wonder how easy it is for a person like him to be going all around, coming along with, Thank you very much for the leadership. It's time to appreciate your coming on behalf of management. So thank you once again, and wish you all the best even as you continue with the conference. The keynote speaker, Professor Mr. Babalola, thank you very much. You're always there for us. We are happy seeing you at all times. And we also want to appreciate all other resource persons for coming. I'm believing that your coming will be one that will be remarkable, will be one that we'll never forget in terms of what we are going to deliver and how it's going to be taken up by all those people that are listening, the participants to this program. So once again, sir, welcome. Thank you very much, and we continue to pray for you as we pray for ourselves. You're welcome, sir.
Notwithstanding, I think it's a positioning of the academic pharmacists to the tenets of the profession and making sure that they produce pharmacists will be able to meet the challenges of the 21st century. That's in summary what NAPA conference is about, and research, the positioning things, and making sure they also interface with their colleagues in other institutions. That's why the conference takes place. It's not something we can discuss in a minute or two, but let me just renege on the fact that ASU and government will be meeting today and believe that issues will be resolved and children can get back to school. I think everybody wants a public university, which is the hope of the common man, to come on stream and produce high quality or high caliber graduates. That will be the essence and the importance of teaching. And I hope we'll be able to do that with their meeting today. ASU actually is assisting the federal government to achieve what they want to achieve. And I hope together they can work things out for the good of the average Nigerian. Simply put, they should continue to work for the upliftment of the profession, work with other technical groups and with the parent body PSN, so that we can build the pharmacists of the 21st century. Also not fail to search for more opportunities, whether within or outside the country, and always educate themselves since they are the education sector. And as they educate themselves, they'll be able to teach, they'll be able to lecture and bring the best to the young intellectuals who are willing to work in this profession. But most importantly, like police as men of honor, let's join hands and join hands with every other pharmacist. And also encourage other pharmacists who may not be in academia to assist them so that they'll be able to bring the best to our children.
Yes, scientific conference brings forth information, new development, innovations that is targeted toward the country. So this is where academics, intellectuals bring out what can move the country forward. This is what happens in other countries. There's no nation that can develop beyond the intellectual capacity of the researchers. Every what we call development today are based on the work that is done by academics. So this is where we think together to be able to now bring out and communicate that we help the nation.
NAPA is concerned with the academic affairs. So to all intents and purposes, these are the people that train the pharmacists that eventually find their way into different technical groups of pharmacy practice in Nigeria and outside the country. So this scientific conference is the 20th of its kind, and is holding at Ife because currently the National Secretariat of NAPA is based in Ife. We have the national chairman of NAPA, also a lecturer, Dr. Akinkunmi, a lecturer at Ife here. So that's why we're holding the 20th scientific conference here at Ife. And the conference is such that people come around to discuss their research findings, and then we rub minds together, we exchange ideas towards the practice of pharmacy and our research activities in pharmacy. Well, you are very correct. We are in support of the struggles of ASU, because the core issue with this strike action is for the improvement in the way education is delivered to our children, our youth in the universities. So ASU, NAPA cannot absolve herself from it. But you see, the preoccupation of anybody in academics, they are threefold. There is a teaching aspect, which is what everybody sees outside, wherein we have to teach the students and share our wealth of knowledge with them, so that eventually we model and then they become more like us in one way or the other. Then there is a research component. The research component, well, this you do on your own. The public might not see it. You go on the field, you go into the laboratory, and then by the time you now come out with the outcome of those researches, there is a need for you to share those thoughts with other people in the same profession with you and other scientists, so that will give credibility to whatever your findings may be. And then there is the third aspect, which is the service, maybe the community service. And maybe I'm invited now to give a talk to a group of youths, to discuss certain things about the issues, the national issues and such things. So it is the research component of it that we are focusing on in this conference. Granted, the universities are under lock and key, but our researches are not under lock and key. Like for instance, everybody, we are talking about getting a tailor-made or domesticated coronavirus vaccine, and a vaccine to combat this pandemic. If researches are not going on in the laboratories, we'll be very, very far away from it. But the fact that some people are still engulfed in carrying out researches means that we're doing part of our work.
I want to congratulate NAPA, the national body, for bringing their secretariats to the where we call the mother of pharmacy, because the first school of pharmacy, Ife is the first school of pharmacy in Nigeria, and Ife has been feeding other school of pharmacy in Nigeria. There is no school of pharmacy in Nigeria where you won't have the hand of Great Ife there. And that, that's our slogan, Great Ife. Anybody that came from Ife, you hail that person as a Great Ife. So I want to congratulate the NAPA national body for bringing the national headquarters there. And I know it's a usual thing. The parent body is the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, and we have 4 technical arms. Those in industries, that's NAIP, those in hospitals, those in community, that's the ACPN, and the NAPA, those in academia. And you see, it's an annual thing in which each of the technical group has to showcase what they've been doing, what are their achievements, and it's time to bring professionals, colleagues together to discuss, rub minds, and exchange ideas, so that at the end of the conference we'll be better off than in terms of knowledge, in terms of socials, they'll be better than what they are before they come for the conference. The keynote address, I'm not disappointed, maybe because, you have to be proud of your thing. We were classmates, we finished from here together, and the PSM president as well. I know her, I know she's been a brilliant person, and you see the way if you listen to the keynote address, you see that in fact I'm highly impressed, very impactful, and you see she took us down the memory lane what we were before when we are studying pharmacy and what is operating now. You see that there have been a lot of development over a period of time. And you see, to me, I look at it that this is just the tip of the iceberg, the keynote. There will be other plenary sessions in which people will tell us what are the end things, what are what is in the practice nowadays. And I'm here to update myself